Good morning and welcome to Automation News Headlines. My name is Shawn from Insights in Automation, kind of in a temporary studio at the moment, but I did want to release today the top headlines I'm following, and I covered this morning on the Automation Morning Show. So let's go ahead and get started with that. And first up was CODIS is celebrating 30 years. Congratulations to CODIS. I hope they're going well. I did reach out to them to see if they want to come on the show to talk about CODIS Go. Next up, we have Siemens. They just released a new industrial laptop for programming PLCs and HMIs and other things. And this is their MD57A. I was watching the video about it. Man, this thing is great. It has a legacy serial port, Profibus port. It has like 3 USB 3.0s, a couple of USB-Cs, dual Ethernet ports. I mean, this thing is great. And yes, I did reach out to them to see if I can get them to come on as well. They also have announced the sale release of some new IE5 permanent magnet low voltage motors. And over at Softing, I thought this was very interesting. Their T Manager is now available as a standalone product. It's pre-installed on an IPC, and so you don't no longer need to have to install it with a ControlLogix or CompactLogix, which is good because it supports Siemens and Modbus TCP PLCs. From there we go with the Balluff, and they were highlighting today their UV and infrared, right? The SWIR cameras. Now these are GIGI or USB 3 type cameras for machine vision applications, but still that's important in some applications, right? And over at SICK, I know this product's not new, but it showed up in the new product page, so I did want to cover it. Their MicroScan 3 safety laser scanners. And over at the Automation School, if you're enrolled at any course, it's $49 or more, which is most of them. You're going to see some new lessons here. Lesson 110 gets you access to the weekly Q&A Friday morning webinar. You also get all the recordings, so you can watch them after the fact. And the new office hours. I don't know of any other online trainer doing this. Every Friday from, I think it's 9 to 10 a.m., I'm going to be having a Teams meeting for students only where they can come in and ask me questions on the courses they're enrolled in. You know, how to do this. This isn't working. Let me do this. You know, that's the new office hours over at theautomationschool.com. And from there, we go over to Maple Systems. They had a new article out. Actually, this was a link from their newsletter about how to use their products to control VFDs. And they use an Allen Bradley. They use some other different companies' VFDs, and they show you how to set it up in the HMI and PLC. And then over at Rockell, we had a new article about labor shortages are the top obstacle for life sciences. I thought this was very interesting. There's a lot of other obstacles life sciences are facing, and this is kind of comes all out of that report we've been talking about for weeks now, where they're going down and segmenting each part of the data into different verticals. And I just thought it was an interesting article. And if you're using TSYS, they get some new firmware out. We've had them on the show to talk about that product, TSYS Island. And then Rockell has a new IO-Link device library. So this is for FactoryTalk View 10, for Studio 30 and up, Logix Designer 30 and up, and for PanelView 5000 version 8 and up. But in any case, these would be your add-on blocks and faceplates. Over at Emerson, we saw the Pack Edge software get a new brochure, data sheet, which is interesting. I don't know anything about it, but reading this, it sounds pretty cool. And if you'd like to get the entire news show and all the shows I do, the member shows I do each and every day of the week, then consider becoming a member for just $10 a month, either at theautomationblog.com, click on the join button, this is what you'll see, or over at YouTube, where you can click on the join button and sign up there as well. Just a note that the level 2 members, they also get the Q&A on Fridays. So that's something extra they get. There'll be more stuff for the level 2 people in the future. But for now, that's the extra. They can come every Friday and ask me all the questions they want live. With that, just a couple of show notes here. We will be having, I plan to try to hook up my PanelView Plus 7 to Data Highway Plus using that device we looked at last Wednesday. I plan to do that tomorrow morning for members. And then I'll do a short wrap up for the public for free. And then we also should have a new podcast out tomorrow afternoon at 3:30. We had Horner Automation on that took about their new PLC HMI. So we've had them on before. This is brand new HMI PLC. I thought it was very cool. So don't miss that tomorrow. And with that, that's the end of today's automation news headlines. I want to wish you all happiness and health. And until next time, my friends, peace.